I'm Regina Mahalik. I'm an adjunct instructor at Ivy Tech Community College, and I have a challenge from Gleaner's Food Bank. What I'm trying to do is make a wholesome dinner with what came in the dry, canned, and boxed items and some produce. So here's what I'm going to come up with. And this is going to be a chicken patty, which here's some canned chicken. And so what I want to do is get rid of as much of this liquid as I can. And then I'm just going to let it drain here for a minute while I get some other components ready. Now in that basket, I got some corn flakes. So I have, you get a big bag of corn flakes. And so I have got 1 cup out already. And I'm going to put it in this bag. If you have a blender or something, you could use that. But if you don't, we want to pulverize this. So let's see if I can. Ooh, here, why don't I use this? If you don't have a plastic bag to put it in, just do it with some wax paper over it or something like that. I think that's pretty crummy, so perfect. So what we're going to do is, I think that this chicken is pretty well drained. All right. I'm going to put it in the bowl. Along with, here's an egg I bought. 1 egg. The whole thing. And then I have some green onions that I bought as well. So we're going to chop that green onion up. I actually have 2 green onions here, and I kind of like to do them at an angle. Oh my God. I wash these onions, obviously, under some running water. You can use all this white as well. I'm going to leave a little bit out for a garnish for later. But we'll put these onions in. And we got some hamburger seasoning. So we're going to try maybe about a teaspoon of that in there too. Give it a little flavor. This has an array of ingredients. Salt, toasted onions, spices, including black pepper. And then we're going to put some of this cornflake in. Let's use it all. We can always get more of that. So what I'm going to do is get a spoon and kind of mix this egg and bring this all together. You need that combination of the egg to bind it, but then you also need that breadcrumb to soak up the liquid. And I think you could probably I'm trying to smash this, as you can see. I'm going to make this into some patties. Oh, that feels kind of nice and moist. Make this into some patties. Let's see. Let's see how many maybe, nice little patty. Maybe 3 patties. Okay, so I washed my hands and I made some more cornflake crumbs, probably like a 1/2 cup. So I'm just going to kind of coat these in, flatten them out a little bit more, coat them in the cornflake crumbs, make sure that they're firm enough. And in a pan over here, I have some margarine. I heated my pan and then I put my margarine in and melted it. And so to that, I'm going to add these cakes. Now let's see. You don't want your heat up too high. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And we're going to serve these chicken cakes, chicken patties, with some carrots that was in the box. And so let's see, they're sliced carrots. I opened the can and I'm draining it right now of all the liquid that was in there, because you don't need all that liquid. And And then I'm going to heat this pan up as well. And I'm going to add a little bit of margarine to that pan. And these are nicely bubbling along, as you can see. There's a little bubbling going on, and that's what you want. You don't want them to be too high, too fast, or they'll get too brown and won't cook all the way through. And you don't want to disturb those as well. You just kind of want to keep them right there so that they have time to get nice and brown on the bottom. This one might need a little more margarine here. There were other canned vegetables in there, canned green beans and stuff, but I thought carrots would be a pretty color contrast. Carrots are having a ball. Okay, so we're going to let those cook for a while. We might put a little bit of pepper on these so it has a little, and some salt. That'll be perfect. Let's see. Oh, see, that has a nice brownness to it. That's what you want. Oh, cornflakes are popping. There, that's a nice brown. Now, if you weren't going to serve these right away, you could maybe finish them in the oven to let them cook a little more. But we're just going to continue with this on top of the stove. Those look really pretty, and the carrots are cooking along. And those green onions we have, we might as well just put those in here with the carrots. Give it a little color. You want these to get nice and crispy on both sides. And that has a nice crispness to it. So this would be enough for a couple people. And then the cake, maybe we can give them 2 cakes. There we go. Chicken patties with sauteed carrots. I hope you enjoy.